All right then, so now let's go ahead and start write the JavaScript actions. So let's create the functions, necessary functions. So we need to create this, copy this clear display, copy it, and let's say function clear display, open it. Then let's copy this, delete last, function delete last. Oops, function spelling is wrong. Function. Then let's create this append to display, copy this, and let's create that function, and not this particular string. Append to display, we are going to get those string as a value in it as a parameter, open it. Then at last we need to get this calculate function which helps you to calculate it, open it. So we have clear to display, we have delete to last, and we have calculate function. Okay, so first let's write this append to display. Basically whatever you're clicking it need to be append over there. So whenever this function is being called, I'm going to access this document dot get element by id, call this display, call it, and for this I'm going to assign the value which is going to be plus equals to, then only it will get appended, otherwise it will keep on replace it. So make sure. So now every time whenever you're clicking it, you can see the values are getting added. Now I need to figure out a way to delete it and clear it. So let's go for clear. That's the literally easy one. So copy this, paste it, and change this value to empty string. Instead of plus, change it to equal sign. Now whenever you click it, it will keep on appended. If you click this, entire stuff will be cleared. Perfect. That is what we needed. And now we need to add this function to delete the last instance. So I'm going to say let display is equals to, from the document dot get element by id, open it, open the display, whatever the value in it, it doesn't matter. We need to fetch everything and put it over here. Then I need to slice the last index, which means the last element out of it. So in the document dot get element by id, access the display, and I'm going to assign the value to it, which is nothing but display dot slice. So we're going to use the slice method. If you don't have any idea what is the slice, is sense slice is a function which helps you to figure it out a value. So let's say slice in JavaScript. See, JavaScript slice method. What is slice in JavaScript? The slice method extracts the past parts of the string. So basically, which helps you to extract a very specific part, how many numbers. If you wish to remove last two digits or remove last three, you can specify how many number of digits that you need to remove. So I need to remove 0th index, that's the starting number, and -1, that is the ending number, that's the last index number. So which means I'm going to delete only one single object from the last index. That is what over here it is exactly mentioned. If you check it out over here, you can understand how exactly it's been used. See, slice. The slice method returns the selected elements in an array as a new array. Okay, and the slice method selects the given start up to not exclusive given end. So for instance, if you're mentioning the start, so the default value will be 0, and the end position is optional. By the default value will always be the last element. Okay, so over here, if you mention it as a banana, so it is going to start from the first index and it is going to remove the last three values. All right, so now let's get back over here. So then what we need to do is, so let's jump into the delete last. So let's check it out whether this function is working fine or not. So let's say 9, 6, and 5. If you click delete, now the last index will be chopped out. See, just like that. So now let's get back to the calculate functions. So here the problem will comes. So now if I say 9 comma 6. So basically we need to perform the subtraction, but we don't create a separate functions to perform subtraction or addition. Even the user sometimes used to give it like this as well as. So we need to evaluate it. So in order to do that, what we can do is go to the calculate function, bring the try and catch, which is help us to handle the issues, and during the runtimes any issues are there, this will help you to handle it. Then I'm going to throw that alert and I'm going to say invalid character to perform it. Okay, so if there is anything happening in that situation, then let's say let display is equals to, from the document I'm gonna get the element by id called display, then I'm gonna access that particular value out of it, so I can keep that value over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna say document dot get element by id display. Oh, come on, enter document dot get element by id display dot value, which is equals to eval. So we're going to use the eval function, which helps you to evaluate the JavaScript code and execute it. So basically we are going to supply this complete string into here, and it's going to evaluate it and it's going to execute it. Then that result will be assigned to the input itself. All right, so save these changes. Now if I click this, you can see it's evaluating it. Now 6 into 3 we are getting 18, and minus 5 we are getting 13, and plus 6 19, and divided by 3, see, we are getting the values. So it's giving you the all the calculations however it's need to be done. So let's say 5.1 into 2.5 equals to 12.75. Perfect. Even for decimal inputs it's also working fine. So this is how we can create a minimalistic calculator with using minimal number of JavaScript code. Perfect. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below.